My name is Kim Lamar. I work for Portofino Homeowners Association. It's located in Pensacola Beach, Florida. My job title here is staff accountant, and my typical day is I do bank reconciliations, I do journal entries, track the fixed assets, I do account reconciliations, and anything that the controller needs me to do for the day. I'm basically her assistant, and any task that she asks me to perform, I perform on a daily basis. The main part of my job is basically everything I do has to be completed by the 20th of each month. We have, in the hospitality, we have 5 towers and we have a master association. For each one of those entities, you have to do a separate financial. You have to know how to read a balance sheet. You have to know how to read an income statement. You have to know how to balance every account on that balance sheet. You have to know how to tie your net income, or basically what you made or you didn't make for the month, back to the balance sheet. You have to prepare the financial statements. You have to be able to use Excel. You have to be able to use Peachtree. You have to be able to use different accounting programs in order to be able to do this job. If you're thinking about becoming an accountant, you need to go ahead and get your bachelor's degree in accounting. And if you would like to go into the public accounting field after you graduate, I would advise that you become a CPA candidate, because I know that from everything I have seen that they want you to be able to study for your CPA and obtain your CPA within the first 2 or 3 years that you work for their firm. I think that as far as personality-wise, a person has to be very detail-oriented. I think that they need to be able to solve problems. The account reconciliations, a lot of times, they don't balance initially. So it's like a puzzle. You have to get the information. You have to figure out maybe where this piece fits with this piece. And the end result is you'll finally get something to balance. And you need to be able to deal with some stress, because a lot of times there are deadlines that you have to meet. There are financial statements that have to be out at a certain time. You have to meet requirements of board of directors. You have to meet contract requirements. So you need to be able to deal with the stress. What I like about the accounting profession is that it is definite. You do the reconciliations, you have to solve the problem. When you get your answer, you know it's right. You know it is sometimes tedious, but it gives you a sense of accomplishment when you get the financial statements done and they're right. And from year to year, you're able to do different projects to make things cleaner and to streamline processes, and it's a good feeling. And I like numbers. I like to be able to, get a new project, ask questions, learn things, and learn about the different accounting principles. And I guess if I could say something I don't like about the profession or what people seem to misconceive about the profession is, a lot of people do think the profession is boring, and that it's day to day, there's nothing different, nothing changing, but the numbers always change and the accounts always change. And you have some people that start in the profession that find out it's not for them. It could take months, it could take years, and once they figure that out, some never go into it again. I've graduated with an accounting degree, and I'm still in the accounting profession, and I love what I do. If I could give anyone advice on the accounting profession, it would be, if you're in high school and you're not a great math student, that's okay. You don't have to be great at math to be an accountant. You use a calculator a lot, and if you've got good problem solving skills, you can still be an accountant. If I were a college student, I would make sure at least my junior year that I got a job in that field. Because believe me, when you graduate and you've got experience on your resume, it's going to be a lot easier to get a job when you get out of school, if you can go in and tell them you do know what a journal entry is. and you do know how to reconcile a bank account. Once you do graduate, my advice is, if at all possible, before you start a family, before you get married, get your CPA, because there is just never going to be enough time in the day, especially if you go into a public accounting field with tax season and a family, to get that CPA. So go ahead and do it and get that taken care of before you have your family.